And Pandora, the dramas just seem to continue. So can you tell us about this issue with the Archewell Foundation, which hit the news in a really big way this week?
Yeah, so the Archewell Foundation was set up when Harry and Meghan left the UK to go to California. And a lot of their charity work is through this foundation. Now, this week, it was public knowledge, as it's on public record. For them, unfortunately, they were handed a delinquency notice. This is due to the fact that a cheque apparently had gone missing in the post or wasn't delivered. And this was on public record and hit all of the headlines. This is now apparently being cleared up and a new cheque has been sent in the post. But this is not the press that they need off the back of the Nigeria tour, and they just don't seem to have the luck, unfortunately. But you would think for something of such a foundation which is set up in such a public domain, you would think something like this just should not be happening, whether that be careering the cheque if possible, but leaving it just a post to hope that it's going to get there on time. It's not a good look. But apparently now it has been sorted, and the governor of California has said that it was all a bit of a technical mishap and people need to move on.
Speaking of which, Sophie, and off the back of what Pandora said, the criticism of the Sussexes' visit to Nigeria, that does continue. We understand the royal family were very unhappy with the royal veneer of that trip. Is that correct?
Well, that's what the reports are saying, Caroline, that they were deeply unhappy with this trip to Nigeria that looked like, sounded like, it felt like a royal tour. And they are no longer royals. So they're carrying on as if they are still well and truly part of the royal family. And this is definitely getting people offside. They were touring around Nigeria, visiting charities and schools and so forth, injured servicemen. And this is really making it a mixed message as to what they are actually trying to achieve. They want one foot in the royal camp, but they want one foot out of it as well. And you can't have it both ways.
No, I think that's right. And Pandora, do you think this is intentional on the part of the Sussexes, or are they just doing what they know as part of their own brand?
Look, we know that Harry has always worked with injured servicemen after his time in the military, and I think we've got to be fair on that point. And they have always actually worked, both of them individually, with charities over time. So fine. But this is a little bit of a slap in the face for the royal family, because they said that they wanted a private life and they wanted to be getting on with their own things. Whereas a royal tour, they essentially just did one without the royal status attached to it and created headlines all around the world. So many people might see it as a missed opportunity, but many people also see it as a dig at the royal family. And I'm not saying that the work that they did there wasn't brilliant, because in many aspects it was. But what do they actually want to achieve by this? Is it the fact that they want to carry on doing royal work without having to actually be working royals and be in the UK and actually, being able to carry on with that work as a royal family member? Or do they want the benefits of living in California, having the independence to carry on with those Netflix deals and those Spotify deals and the book deals, etc., etc.? What do they actually want here? And is it opening a door for the royal family again, or are they just going to slam it shut?